Hi guys, this is Paige. I want to make this video about addiction to pornography. You know, there's men that know the way of God. They know the way of God and they're addicted to pornography. I believe every lost man watches pornography. Almost every lost man. They have no motivation to not watch it. You know, there's some good-looking men that are celebrities. Now, when I say good-looking people, good-looking men, I'm not saying lusting after them. I'm just saying you notice they're attractive. Those men, the celebrities, I'm pretty positive they're watching pornography. You know, this is such an issue, especially between men and women. It's a real big problem here. Pornography is of Satan. You know, I believe when pornography was coming out, and before the internet, it was just pictures. And people would have to go to the store to go look at it and stuff like that. Or they'd go to like clubs, you know, strip clubs or things like that. But now it's so accessible because of the internet. The internet, you can learn so much through the internet. You know what God's doing right now? He's having his children preach on the internet so that it can reach a lot of people. You know, I have people in different countries watching me. I have people in Austria watching me. People I would never be able to reach in person. The internet's a great place to spread the word of God. God literally gave me a thorn to get me on here doing this. That's how important it is to him. But the internet can also be used for evil, like watching pornography. You see, some men, they just don't have the motivation, even born again men. They just don't have that fear of God within them to stop it. Ladies, if you're dating a man or you're courting to get married, if that man is watching pornography and he's in sexual sin like masturbation, you better not marry him. Don't do it. You're going to let demons into your marriage. Now, if you meet your husband and he has an issue with that and then he works on it and he changes, okay. But if he doesn't change and he keeps falling to it, no. He's a cheater. You see, people in this world think cheating is literally doing it. Like literally, a man literally going and fornicating with another woman while he's married. No, it's actually if a man looks at another woman and lusts after her. That's adultery, in the words of Jesus Christ. Not that we'll be perfect. It could happen where you look and you look away. I'm talking about watching pornography, like willfully. Ladies, you better not marry him. Same for men of God if your girlfriend's doing that. She's a cheater. They're cheaters. My ex-boyfriend was a cheater. God showed me on a high level that if I married him, he would continue to cheat. He's an ungodly man. You see, this is the thing. You know, men want to marry a godly woman, or women want to marry a godly man, but you got to be godly too. My ex doesn't deserve a godly woman because he lives ungodly. He's an ungodly man. He would be blessed to be with a godly woman like me. And then he treated me like making me think I'm not good enough because of the demons. You see, when a man does this stuff, especially if they know the way of God, they'll get filled with a lot of demons. Demons that want to disrespect women and not honor them. You know, when I was at my job, I used to work at this job, and it was like manual labor. And I would help bring in the packages, and there was this truck that would come in with all this shipment, and I would help carry the packages. And the man that delivered the packages, I remember one time one of the packages was heavy, and I told the girl working with me it was heavy so she would know. And he was like, "Oh, it's not heavy, little baby," or something like that. And I was like, "What?" And he was like, and then he kept saying it, I believe. He was like, "Your little baby, cry baby," this and that. And after he left, I told the woman about it. And then I kind of was talking to God about it. And you know what God told me? He was like, pornography. Just came into my mind like pornography page. You know what God meant? He meant that man watches pornography and he has a lot of demons in him that won't treat women right because of pornography. Pornography disrespects women and treats them like a piece of garbage. Those demons will come into the man when he watches it. You know what I did? I was like, God, convict that man of what he said. You know, he never said those things again. And when things were heavy, he was like, "Oh, can I help you?" And I was like, "Yeah." Pornography. Straight from the pit of hell, pornography. You know, pornography ruins people's lives. Ruins women's lives. You know, there's this woman. I'll watch some of her videos on YouTube. You know, she makes vlogs of her day or shopping. You know, fun little cute stuff that's clean. She really wanted to get married. She really wanted to find the man for her. And then, you know what happened? She did. She found a man. They got married. She came out recently talking about just something else with her life, and she was saying she wasn't mentally doing well. Stuff. Well, she doesn't know God. I tried to tell her about Jesus before, but even Christians cannot be doing well mentally and stuff, because we go through a lot. But she was saying something like how she felt really insecure, or I felt like that's what she was thinking. I don't know. I forget exactly what she said. But in the spirit, you know what I felt? that she felt real insecure because her husband watches pornography. You know, because I'm born again and I'm strong in spirit, I can feel things about people. Not everyone, but if God lets me, if they're watching pornography, or like if there's something wrong in their walk, or not all the time, but I could tell that's what was happening. And she was saying something like how she wasn't doing well. She felt really insecure and stuff. And I just felt in the spirit like God was telling me, pornography. But her husband watches that. You guys got to understand something. Lost people think it's fine. Lost men think it's fine. I think a lot of lost men who are married watch it. And the wife, deep down inside of her, doesn't like it, but she just thinks it's okay. Deep inside, she knows it's not good, and it hurts her. That's why, ladies, if you're with a man, you're going to marry him, he's in that, you better not marry him. It'll destroy you. It'll destroy your self-esteem. Men, that's what you're doing. If you're engaged to a woman and you're doing this stuff, if you continue to do it, you're going to destroy her. Think about what you love more, Jesus Christ and the woman you're going to marry, or pornography. Really? This is all coming from love, guys. I can tell this is what's going on in spirit. And I want to make sure my sisters are protected from this stuff, this filth coming into their lives, trying to destroy them. Now, I know that's a pretty high standard that I have, that I would not tolerate that from a man. I did in the past when I was younger in God, but now I know my worth and I would never tolerate it. It's cheating. It's adultery. It's a red flag. Women, you know what? We let men take us for granted too much. There's women, they're not even married. They live with the man. They do his laundry. They do his cooking. They live like they're married. They let him, fornicate with her. They give him her body. She gives him her body, and there's no ring there. What do you think the message is to a man when a woman does that? The message is, this woman I don't need to commit. Because she'll act like my wife, even though we're not married. That's the message. Very foolish of women to do such a thing. You need to make the ground rules here. You need to set standards for yourself with men, ladies. No ring, no marriage, no body. No living together, no me doing your laundry. Well, I mean, if you're engaged to get married and you're a godly couple, you could do his laundry, but you know what I'm saying. And he's godly with you and stuff, but no fornicating. There's this other woman. I would watch her at times. Her channel is very towards healthy eating. One time she had her boyfriend on there. You know, they were talking about, questions about each other. And one of the questions was like, what he liked the best about her. Like, what did he love the most about her? You know what he said? He was like, I like that you can take care of yourself, you make money. He liked that she provided for herself. You know what that means? I like that you provide for yourself so I don't have to. That's basically what he meant. I was like, wow, that's what you like the most about her? And they're together, before marriage. And she's going to marry him. And I was like, no. And every time I see him, if ever I saw him, I don't watch her that much anymore, but if I ever saw him, I would just get this feeling in my spirit like, no, you can do better, girl. She's not saved, but, women and men still have value even though they're not of God. Couldn't believe it. That's what he said. If a man said that about me, I'd be like, goodbye. What are you talking about? That's your job. Respectfully, of course, but he probably watches pornography too. As if a woman should give a man her body and let him see her and everything, and then he would go off and look at other women. Ladies, you're better off being single your whole life and loving Jesus Christ and seeing him as your godly husband who loves you, true love, than being with a man who's going to marry you and take you for granted and then go look at other women. It'll destroy a woman, men doing that. We should have a high standard. I don't do that. If I don't do it, I expect it from him too. Now, if we got married, if I married my husband or whatever, and he was doing that, I'd have to have mercy. But I'd be very upset. But I'd have to work with him on it, because we would be legally married.